You're messing up my hair. Okay, go over there. So I'm doing the newbie Booktube tag thing. And I decided to do it a little differently. Instead of me reading off the questions, I have my lovely assistant, kind of like an interview style. And yeah, I hope this gives you guys a little bit of an intro to me as a person, as a reader, and why I'm here. So let's begin.
Why did you start this channel?
Because I'm bored and depressed. I kind of talked about it a little bit in my previous video where I said that I felt that there was a certain demographic on Booktube that wasn't being represented as much. I am a brown plus size person, and not that it like ever posed a big problem, but I just felt a little discouraged to get involved when the only people you're seeing on Booktube are thin, white, etc. Not that I have an issue with thin white people, but like, shit, the internet's coming for me. It's just, there's something magical that happens inside me that when I see a brown person talking about books, and they also happen to be of the bigger variety, plus size, that just makes me happy. So I figured I would add to the pot, and that's why I'm here. Next question, please.
What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube?
Besides my perspective, my low effort and basic content. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm really bad about talking myself up and like finding something good to mention here, but I guess just my perspective when it comes to reading books. I do appreciate that people can come at books in a more critical eye, but I'm a writer, and at school when I do, like, my major is in writing, so a lot of what I do is read other people's work and critique it critically. So for me, when it comes to reading books, I don't come at it critically at all.
I should clarify here that I do read books critically and will review them critically. I just meant like, yo, it ain't that deep. Okay.
I come at it just looking to have a good time, so a lot of what I enjoy in books, or what I will talk about in like reviews that I do here, will be a lot just based on my enjoyment levels of the actual book. So I'm just here to have a good time. Next question.
What are you most excited for about this new channel?
Making friends! Back way when, I think I was still in high school, I was much more present in like book Twitter when it wasn't as big, and I made a lot of friends that way. A lot of the friends I do still have, I made them online, and I have since kind of moved away from book Twitter, and I have to say I kind of miss it. Not the drama part, because y'all wild, but I miss that feeling of let's talk about a book we both like, and then that develops into a friendship. Especially since I moved from California and now I'm in Canada, and it's hard to make friends, and I'm not a very like out there person going to make friends with people like in real life. So I'm kind of hoping that by coming back into this scene in multiple ways, on Booktube, on YouTube, and on book Twitter, that I can make those friendships and connections again. Next question.
Why do you love reading?
I love reading because escapism and reality sucks. I mean, maybe you can't tell from my videos, but I struggle with depression, and I'm not smiling like this like it's a good thing. I'm just really awkward when it comes to talking about it. I know my boyfriend's like, just don't. No, but I've struggled with depression for a really long time, and just things that I've gone through in my life, especially when I was younger, turning to books or going into a new world within a book was kind of my way of dealing, or I guess lack of dealing. That's a struggle for another day. I just like to get lost in the beauty of a new world and new characters and things like that. That's why I love reading.
What book or series got you into reading?
Okay, there's two answers to this. When I was much younger, like I'm talking elementary, like 4th or 5th grade, I think, I was really into the Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen books. Yeah, No one really knows what. They used to write books. I don't know if they themselves did, but there used to be books that were like based, I think, on their TV show that they did. I don't really remember. But I remember I had 2 books from them, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna read it. And it was really cool. They had like pictures inside it too. I was reading picture books. So I was really into those for a while, and then I kind of fell out of reading. And when I came back into reading, it was because of Twilight. And I'm not ashamed to say it was because of Twilight, because at that time in my life, time and place, I loved those books, and you know, there's always going to be a part in my heart that always loves them. I mean, my boyfriend can tell you the amount of times he's caught me watching the Twilight movies on Netflix, because I like the memories that they bring back for me. So, yeah, there's my 2-part answer.
What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers?
That's a hard one. My questions would pertain more to like the business side of BookTube/YouTube. I feel like I kind of know the answers already, so I feel like my question would then just be like, do you want to hang out? You be my friend. Because a lot of when it comes to like the business side of YouTube/BookTube, I'm sure a lot of it is just, there's multiple things I feel like, and that's posting a lot, so like consistency in your posts, and the way you network on that social platform, I think. I'm sure there's way more detailed answers, but like I said, when I'm just here to have fun and like talk about books, that's not really my number one thing. Yeah, I guess my question would be, would you be my friend? Please be my friend.
What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome?
Views. The second one, the fact that I hate the sound of my voice and I hate looking at myself in a camera. Issues for another day, but yeah, I think I can get past those. I do this thing where like I will film something, edit it, hate the way I sound and look in the edit, but then I'll post it anyways, and then I won't ever look at it again. I do get hit with the views, right? Like some videos that have been on my channel for longer will have more views, but I feel like that's always daunting, and I try not to let it bother me so much because I'm just starting out, so like the views will come over with time, but it is a little discouraging when you make a video and it's been up for like a week and it only gets like 10 views. But you know, that's fine. If I make 10 views for each video and have 10 friends that I can talk to on YouTube, that's cool.
When did you start reading?
When did I start reading? I guess reading as much as I do now would probably be either my junior year or senior year of high school. Like, I was into Twilight around 8th grade, and then I was like, I didn't read too much after Twilight, but then, you know, I started to read things like the Hush Hush series and like the Fallen series, all things that like were kind of following the same trope that Twilight did. But like when it started to become like, I want to go out and buy books and start reading all of these books would probably be around junior year of high school.
Where do you read?
I like to read in my bed. I like to be super comfy when I'm reading. I don't find that I'm comfortable when I'm sitting. Like sometimes I can go to a coffee shop and like read there and I'm sitting there, but I can't do it for long periods of time. So if I'm like trying to binge a book or like read excessive amounts of that book, I'll do it in bed.
What kind of books do you like to read?
You're looking at me so intently. I like young adult, mostly. I used to read a lot more new adult romance books, and I don't know why, but for some reason, and it just happened to coincide with when I got a boyfriend, I found I wasn't able to read new adult romances anymore. Like, I don't know, I really don't know why, and there's probably 1,000 jokes that can be made about why I don't read them anymore. But I do want to get back into reading some of them. So like some of my favorites were like J. Crownover, Cora Carmack. Those are like the main 2 that I could think of, like JL, Armentrout. I freaking loved her new adult romance books, even though they were cheesy as fuck, but they were great. Young adult, I think, you know, I struggled with what was my genre in young adult. For a while, it was just contemporary. But now I think I'm falling back into fantasy again. Falling into a new fantasy world just sounds like a great time to me. So probably young adult fantasy, young adult contemporary, romance, new adult romance, some adult. I'm trying to get more into adult thrillers. I just don't know where to start because I want something that actually sounds good. I feel like a lot of the thriller books kind of all sound the same. So it's hard to pick one that I think I'm gonna like.
Well, congratulations. You got the job. You're now a booktuber.
Yes! Okay, let's talk about pay now. And that was the tag. Thanks for taking time out of your day to watch this mess. I really appreciate it. I think there's also a tag for like specifically for Latinx people on Booktube. I'm looking at my boyfriend because I'm like, I want to get that job too, so please interview me for that. I might do that tag as well, but for now, this is me. Please be my friend. Bye.